Hello friends, good morning. Welcome to the video lecture series on learning disability. These series of videos are aimed to teach the parents and the teachers who are dealing with children with learning disability so that they can help them more to overcome their disability. Let me first introduce myself. I am Dr. Janice Shuji, Assistant Professor, Madras Christian College, Department of Social Work. I also have a trust wherein I am working with different schools, specifically focusing on how to help the children with learning disability. So in that context, I have come across a lot of parents and lot of teachers who are quite ignorant about this whole concept and are really struggling as to how to help the children with learning disability. It was this background that helped me to choose a title related to this for my PhD thesis, and I've just completed it. And the thesis basically revolves around simple intervention strategy to be adopted by the teachers and parents to help the children with learning disability. So after analyzing the data and giving the intervention techniques, I was able to find out that the results were quite positive. The intervention was given only for a period of 6 months and the results were quite positive. So it is this that has motivated me to produce this video series to share my findings and to share what are the intervention strategies that could be adopted by the teachers and parents so that the children could be helped much better at home and at school. Now, I'm just going to give you a gist of what we are going to cover, what I'm going to cover in this whole video lecture series. And that would be, this is the first part, which is the introduction part. And the second session would be about what is learning disability, the symptoms, the behavioral problems and other associated problems related with the learning disability. And the third session would be on the role of the family, especially the parents, and the role of the school, that is especially the teachers, on the how do they impact, what are the effects that they cause on the children with learning disability. Sometimes without knowing, the parents and the teachers cause more harm than good while they are dealing with the children with learning disability. So it is really important that we know what is their role and their do's and don'ts about it. And the fourth session, I plan to show you small biographies of famous personalities who had learning disability and how they were able to manage and overcome this problem. And the fifth session would be on identification. This is very important. How can the teachers and the parents identify using simple methods at home and at school itself in the primary level? And once they have identified, maybe they can just then next level they can go to a counselor or a special educator and to a psychologist. And finally, how can we really identify and diagnose the children with learning disability? This is a small assessment strategy which I thought I can share with you all. And the sixth session would be on parental acceptance. Again, as I was dealing with a lot of schools, I found out that the main problem was the parents were not able to accept the fact that their kids had learning disability. So it took a lot of time for me to make them accept. And once that I was able to achieve that, then the process became much easier. So I thought one session would be on what is it that we have to really understand before we start on other intervention strategies. And the seventh session would be on basic intervention strategies, that is on attention, steps to increase the attention of the kids, and then finger motor coordination of the children, and then about how to enhance the memory. In memory we have visual and auditory memory. So I will teach you what are the simple things that you can do at home to enhance the memory of the children. And the next session would be on how to enhance the visual and auditory discrimination, because we can find out that children with learning disability have one problem, that they cannot discriminate between similar objects. Some of them have a visual problem, some of them have auditory problem. So we have to first, after we have assessed them and we have found out where do they lack, accordingly the intervention has to be planned. And it becomes an individualized therapy for each and every child, which the parents and teachers themselves can do. All this while, we can actually find out that once they know that their child has got learning disability, the parents, they think that okay, now they have to send to a special educator and they'll be in search of them, and it will be too difficult for them to take them for every session, and it really costs a lot also. So if these simple intervention strategies can be adopted by the parents at home, a lot of difference could be brought, and most of the kids can be helped without just going out to any specialized center itself. Maybe some would need a special referral outside, but parents themselves can do a lot of work at home. So that is it. And next thing, how to improve the spelling, the reading and the writing skills of the children, because they have problem in each and every one of these areas, because all these are related to the learning part. Fine. And then also about the calculations, the logical reasoning, about helping them to do maths better. So these will be different sessions. And finally, I would like to share with you, while we are doing all these simple tips, how to bring about better results faster. So that would be on one session, and the last session would be how to take care of the mental health of the parents. The parents are greatly disturbed. Teachers, of course, are also very frustrated. So how to take care of these things while they are dealing with the children, because their attitude also has a lot of impact on the kids. So with that, I'll be completing 16 sessions about the whole concept of, and this is mainly focusing on the parents and the teachers who are dealing with children with learning disability. I hope this journey would be very fruitful and meaningful, and I'll be able to give you very important, relevant information which you can really practice at home and bring about a great change, a great positive change among your children. Thank you. God bless.